guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another foundation review, which real quick, let me know down in the comments right now if you guys like these, if you want me to continue doing them on my channel. I have done a bunch of different foundations. Basically, I'll apply it and then I do a wear test throughout the day. I'll check in every couple hours and kind of see how it holds up, and then by the end of the video, I'll let you guys know my thoughts. But let me know in the comments if you guys like that and you want me to continue doing it. I will go ahead and link all of the foundation reviews that I have done in the description box below. And I'll put my most recent one here if you're more of a instant click kind of person. So if you click on that white banner that's coming up right here, it'll take you to that video, which I think my most recent one was the Too Faced Just Peachy foundation. But yeah, anyways, today we're going to be reviewing the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This is kind of a newer foundation that they recently came out with. And first off, like I always do, I talk about packaging. Guys, this packaging is so nice. I think this is 12 bucks. I'm almost positive. It's glass. And can I just say, I am obsessed with this doe foot applicator. I know some people don't like it, but I wish more foundations would do an applicator like this. It just makes it easier. I don't have to pump it on the back of my hand. And I really love the packaging, the rose gold chrome. I'm just super impressed. So real quick, we'll go ahead and talk about what it says about this foundation online. It says it offers lightweight yet buildable coverage. This versatile foundation is designed to suit every skin type and tone with an oil-free yet creamy and comfortable formula that dries down to a long-lasting demi-matte finish. It won't settle in fine lines or cling to dry patches. Jeez, can't read today. This foundation offers highly pigmented coverage that can be layered or diffused to suit your look. Swipe on and blend out to ramp up the coverage for a real skin finish that diffuses blemishes and uneven skin tone, or let your complexion's natural character shine through using a small amount with a damp beauty sponge for veil-light coverage. It is vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and oil-free, which is really nice. I do have sensitive skin. I've struggled with acne in the past, but I know this is kind of weird, but since being pregnant, my skin has been beautiful compared to what it usually is, but I am someone who usually struggles with acne. I have scarring, and my skin type, I used to be very, very oily, and right now it is still winter time, so I find that I've gotten a little drier on my cheeks, but I'm still pretty oily. I get very oily in my T-zone. Also, recently, I've been kind of paying attention to fine lines and wrinkles as well, which sounds stupid. Like, I'm only 26, but I don't know, like, I do have smile lines, which I've always had, and like, I don't know, I feel like my skin is not teenager skin anymore. So those are kind of my skin type concerns. So yeah, if you're excited for this review, hit that like button. Let's get into the review. Alrighty, so I got mine in the shade, sorry, it's like morning. Well, it's only like 9 in the morning, but my voice is a little raspy. But I think this is shade F2. So I think because of one of its main claims is that, you know, you can go, excuse me, natural, or you can kind of build it up. We'll do that. So on one side, I'm going to be using my Real Technique sponge. This is my favorite face sponge. And then the other one, we're going to be using my favorite foundation brush, which is the Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki. I'll link both of those down below for you guys. And let's just go in. I'm just gonna just lightly dot. Not too cray-cray. Hi, Mama. Hi, Alice. Oh my gosh, you kicking it old school? You want to be in my video? You're too heavy for Mommy to pick up right now. Otherwise, I'd pick you up. If you guys have been around my channel for a while, you'll know who Alice is. She's our black dog. Hello, black dog. But this does have a smell. It smells, gosh, almost like nail polish. I don't know how good that is, but we'll see. And I will say, like, one major factor that I think should be considered when reviewing foundations is your skin condition. So I think from now on when I do these foundation reviews, I'm gonna tell you guys like, okay, I've been having good skin lately, bad skin lately. And for the most part, I've been having decent skin. My face is a little red, you know, right now because it's morning, and actually it is a little red right now. But for the most part, like the texture and everything of my skin has been pretty decent lately, so yeah. I did just get these little guys yesterday, so. Now let's lightly do the other side with the brush. So I definitely think it blended out way nicer with the brush. I think, you know, we put about the same amount of product, but we got way nicer coverage, which usually is what happens with a brush. So yeah, I'm having to say I think I like the brush with this. And for barely putting any on, I mean, obviously this is very light coverage. And you know what, guys, like this doesn't look bad. I mean, like I said, we were going for super light coverage, kind of like it mentioned when it said, let your natural character shine through using a small amount for veil light coverage. And I would say that's exactly kind of what it is. It's just like kind of even out my skin tone a little bit. It doesn't look like I have anything on my skin. It actually just looks like I have really nice skin. So far I like this for, you know, on days where you might want to do like a no makeup look, but you want some kind of coverage. So now let's go ahead and build it up and see if we can get a fuller coverage. Put a little more on there. Okay, guys, I am pretty impressed. We got awesome coverage, but without it looking too cakey. This says this is a demi-matte finish, which I think it's more of a, you know, a matte finish as of right now. It is kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, but it is kind of accentuating a little bit like my smile lines, which is kind of why I usually don't go for matte foundations, just because matter foundations will accentuate like my texture and, you know, my scarring and I do have a lot of smile lines, and it is kind of settling in my forehead wrinkles actually now that I'm letting it sit a little bit. But the coverage is good, and I think this could be one of those foundations where as the day goes on and like I get a little oily and it mixes with the foundation, that it might kind of look better throughout the day. I don't like judging foundations too harshly like when I first put them on. So I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup. We'll check in natural lighting and we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so we have the rest of the makeup on. So I went ahead and used the Makeup Revolution concealer. I still like don't know how I feel about this. The coverage is not like the craziest, but I don't think it's bad, but I don't know. Anyways, I don't know about this yet, but I used this. And then I did go ahead and set my whole face just a little bit with the Too Faced Born This Way ethereal setting powder. I feel like this actually helped like some of the creasing a lot that we saw like in the first application. And this is a very light powder and it does have hyaluronic acid. So this kind of does a good job of setting your powder or setting your foundation, but without adding like powderiness, if that makes any sense. So I think this was a good choice to put over top for me. Bronzer, I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Blush, I use the Too Faced Peach My Cheeks in Pinch My Peach, which I have actually been loving lately, and I love the smell. Highlighter, I use the Milani Strobe Light in Afterglow. Again, another one of my favorites. Look at that, bam, so pretty. For eyes, I used Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Brows, NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. And on the lips, I'm using ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip in Chi. I think this was a collab with somebody. But anyways, let's talk about this foundation now. It is really pretty, guys. Like, I am super impressed. I have to say, out of all the foundations I've tried so far, like in these videos, this is probably like one of the most impressive. I did also really like the Too Faced Just Peachy foundation at this point of checking in. So I don't know, I think I would say they're pretty similar. They are actually a very similar formula, but this one's way cheaper. So anyways, I think it looks pretty. I don't have any complaints. So we'll go ahead and check in again at the 2-hour mark, see how it holds up short term, and then we'll keep checking in throughout the day. Okay guys, I'm in the back of my it's my sister's car. Let me flip you around. Say hi, Boo Bear.
Hi.
Meet my sister, guys.
I know, finally.
I talk about her all the time.
I know.
Here she is. That's the one I always experience creepy things with.
Yeah.
And that's my dada. But yeah, we're doing a dad-daughter movie date. But anyways, this is like the kind of more like 2.5 hour check-in. Okay, I had lipstick on my chin and I just wiped it, so like don't ignore the chin area. But other than that, everything else looks really good. It's actually holding up nice. I asked my sister, I'm like, what do you think of my foundation? Because she's really into makeup too. And she's like, it looks good. It looks really smooth. So yeah, so far it's really holding up good. And I'll do another check-in in a couple more hours. But 2-hour check-in short term is really good so far. Alrighty guys, so this is the 6-hour check-in. Had it on for about 6 hours and it doesn't look bad. It is kind of like breaking up a little bit here, and I don't know if you can see, like it's settling a little bit in these smile lines. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. Yeah, I guess it is kind of wiping off a little bit on my nose area. But like, I don't know, it doesn't look bad. I've had other foundations where it looks bad. Yeah, actually, I will say it is wiping off kind of on my nose area. So I wouldn't say this is like as long lasting as maybe like the Too Faced Just Peachy foundation that I had tried, because that sucker lasted like all day. I know it kind of looks like well, maybe it's the lighting. Let's see. I was like right in front of the window. But for 6 hours, I'm not crazy oily. I always get a little oily in this area, but it's not, again, I've had foundations where they get way oily. So yeah, I think, let's see, we'll try to wear it a couple more hours and then we'll see how it looks after that. Alrighty guys, so this is the last check-in today. I'm in my pajamas now. I'm so tired, but so the foundation's been on for about 10 hours, and from the 6-hour check-in, like the only major change has been I have gotten a little more oily, but I mean, what foundation does not get oily after 10 hours? That little bit of like breaking down here that we had really didn't get that much worse. And I think this area here of my skin is a little dry, which might be why it's just, I don't know, not looking like super flawless. But again, guys, like it's not looking super bad either. And if I were to just take like a beauty blender and just blot, I feel like it wouldn't look that bad. So for a drugstore foundation, I am actually, just for any foundation, I'm pretty impressed. I would say that, like I said, I still stand by the Too Faced Just Peachy matte foundation. Does last a little longer, but this foundation is very similar. It really kind of reminds me of that. So on a 1 to 10, I would have to rate this 7.5. Like, I'm pretty impressed with this. I think if you have oily, like combination skin, this would be great. I think if you have really dry skin, obviously just make sure you moisturize a little bit, because to me it was pretty matte in the beginning. But yeah, guys, like I have to say, I'm really impressed, especially for the price, guys. I recommend you trying it out. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day. And let's do a code word. We haven't done one of these in a while. If you've gotten to the end of this video, go ahead and comment down below pineapple. I don't know, it's so random. But yeah, comment down below pineapple. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you in my next video.